And welcome to the newest edition of the Binge Gamecast. With me are Mike Batchelor, or a.k.a. Batch, as we like to call him around these parts. And Jack Movie Freak Falvey joins us again. What's going on, guys?
Yo, 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 yo.
Must I say the second place in the Binge fantasy hockey draft batch.
You know what?
Because this has to be addressed.
It does have to be addressed, and in addition to addressing that, I'm going to additionally tell you to go fuck yourself again. This is my problem with fantasy sports with auto drafts. Any fantasy sport. Because you get bullshit like this where the fucking resident Mexican knocks me out of the first round of the playoffs. Then I get beaten in second. I believe you beat me in the second round, right?
Oh, did I?
I think you did. I have to go back and look. And then you go and face in the finals against Eric Charbonneau, who was ultimately the fucking winner. Basically, wire to wire with that fucking guy. So, yeah. So there's your little fucking sports on the Binge Gamecast. Although technically it's a game, so
I auto drafted, completely forgot about it, didn't do a damn thing all season, and I got to the finals. All right.
So I guess it's safe to say you'll be back next year.
Oh, absolutely.
If you can remember your login for the fucking team. Fucking dick. Well, that's what's going on with you. What's going on with you, Jack, besides the off-air discussion about the recent case of Canadiaids that Jim Law sent you via the internet?
Motherfucker gave it to me so bad that now it's to the point where there's nothing wrong with me. I'm fine. I sound great. My rapist wit is back in full force, but unfortunately, there's this nagging fucking cough that I cannot get rid of. It's not painful. I'm not trying to cough anything up. Just fucking cough. I just cough. There's no reason for it.
Do you got a few hairs stuck down there from Tom Brady's cock?
It could be. You know, I was very luscious to him, so.
I don't doubt that. I do not doubt that at all.
It's nice to say that the Canadiaids has bypassed me entirely.
Yeah, well, maybe it's coming your way next.
Wait.
So, let's get on to some bigger and better things now that we've discussed the sports and Canadiaids, and all things game-related. Have you guys, any news or anything you guys have stumbled across that is noteworthy of discussing? Really, it's kind of the slow time of the year, kind of April, May, right before E3 kicks in and all the new shit gets announced.
Well, I know that, I guess the new Silent Hill may be in jeopardy now with all this shit over Hideo Kojima leaving, what's the studio?
Konami.
Fuck. Yeah. I was reading a little bit about that early yesterday morning.
Yeah, because he quit. Now, was it he's not quit?
Well, I don't know. I guess that that game's fate is tied to the fate of where Kojima lands, I guess. So I don't really know. It seemed like it was speculative, but it's not the first article I've seen like that. So I don't know how true it is. But it's definitely be a shame if that thing got, kicked to the curb, because I mean that PT demo is pretty impressive. I don't like horror games, but that thing is fucking.
That was pretty. That was amazing. I loved it.
Yeah. So yeah.
Now the question is, does anyone give a shit about Metal Gear without Kojima?
That's a good question. I mean, we've never had one without him, right? Hasn't he been on all the games, even Revengeance?
Pretty much, and he's what makes it what it is. Like, without Kojima, I don't think you would have any of the weird little in-jokes or Easter eggs or just the personality that those games have.
Oh, the fucking balls, dude. I mean, just 2 was the first one that I really got into, Sons of Liberty, and I loved that game. I had no idea that there was controversy over it because of all the shit without Snake.
Yeah, that was the one where they pulled the big bait and switch.
Yeah, but I fucking love that game. I mean, I get where people, if they wanted like more Snake, they would be pissed off, but it's a fucking great game.
No, that is a series that definitely follows, aside from the one that you're mentioning right now. Like, Snake is in all of those, correct? Or most of them?
Yeah. Well, he's in 2 as well.
He's in 2. 3 was a prequel, so 3 was about Big Boss.
Yeah.
That's one franchise I haven't really played since the Nintendo days. It's just, one of those that seemed big on PlayStation, so I never got around to it.
Well,
I mean, it is fucking complicated.
Overly drawn, like 20-minute cutscenes.
Mm.
A lot of character monologues.
Yeah.
But
The
recently, I've been watching like a lot of like Jump Bomb for their premium stuff. They've got a series called Metal Gear Scaling. So one of the guys has never played Metal Gear before, so they play the games in a series of like quick let's plays from beginning to end, and they've done the first one, the second one, and then the third one. So if you don't got time to play them, they're the perfect thing to watch because they're like in hour increments.
Okay.
And it's pretty entertaining, just their personalities, and you get the full effect of the Metal Gear franchise without all the frustration of doing all the stealth shit, which I hate.
That is actually not a bad idea. I may look into that because I know. And you said that was a Let's Play Live.
Yeah, it's like it's part of their premium service. So if you subscribe to Giant Bomb, like as a yearly subscription, they have all this premium stuff, and that's one of the shows they have. It's called Metal Gear Scaling.
That's weird because the site I always visit, XboxAchievements.com, they've been doing a Let's Play Live with all the recent games recently. I don't know if it's been more just like demoing and showing everybody what it is, or it's more straightforward through the game like you're referring to. But I haven't really had time to check them out, so I'm not quite sure. Plus, they've been games that I kind of want to experience, so I haven't really watched them at all.
Yeah, we need to get our Twitch channel up because I'm tempted to do some Mortal Kombat Let's Plays since I got that today, but I'll talk about that later.
Yes, we will. Yeah. We will talk about that later.
It's Mortal Kombat Tuesday!
Yeah, it's on my docket. It's been on the docket for this Gamecast for, 5 episodes now? We'll get to it, I'll get to finishing all my game assignments one day. One day I will do it, I swear to God. Just not today.
You remind me of Godfather 1, when Vito and Michael are speaking, and he's like, I was wanted to be son of the Governor Corleone. And then Pacino's like, we'll get there, Pop. They never get there. That's my point.
Well, I will get there, goddammit. I will.
One day I will beat Final Fantasy X.
Speaking of games that we were supposed to play, let's just get into fucking game assignments then. And I'll start things off because I kind of dabbled in all of what I was supposed to do and finished none. So holy fuck! It just caught my eye that Mortal Kombat X had a 1.8 gigabyte day one patch.
Yep.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that.
And I'm glad we will because that brings up a few other things regarding day one releases. I guess especially for those that buy hard copies. Well, from my recollection, I was supposed to finish Game of Thrones before Game of Thrones started. Episode 3 is what I'm playing right now. I was supposed to finish up Bioshock Infinite, downloadable content, episode number 2. And was there something else? No, there wasn't something else. What I did do was I finished Gauntlet with my elf character.
Nice.
And Batch actually joined me in as I was finishing up that
I thought that was the ending.
Yeah, yeah. You actually picked the perfect fucking time because I needed some help getting through that last shit, and you were right there to give me some assistance. Not that it really spoiled anything, as far as I know. I mean, you're basically just dungeon crawling through a bunch of shit over and over again. So, plus I had the volume off because I completely forgot about the cutscene that happened at the beginning. That would mean that there might be one at the end.
Well, that's the thing too. I'm like, Kupka's playing this. I think I'll join his game.
Yeah, so hopefully not too much got spoiled for you, but it's not one of those games where I don't think it really matters. Like I said before, it's Gauntlet. It's got nice nods to the old school arcade style.
I really like it.
Good. I'm really glad. I'm glad you do, and we'll get to Jack in a minute to see if he accomplished his game assignments. My guess is, since I saw him playing a lot of fucking I'm gonna die a lot games like Dark Souls and shit like that, I don't know that he did. Game of Thrones I never got back to. I did not have the time. They're dense like an episode of Game of Thrones, so it's really hard to find the time to sit down and go through a chapter because you're going to be sitting there for a good hour, 45 minutes to an hour at least, and it's one of those where it's definitely something I want to get through, but the content doesn't feel as fast as like Borderlands or the Wolf Among Us or things like that, or even The Walking Dead. The Walking Dead is probably as close to the Game of Thrones more than the other two, but it still has a little bit more action for me, at least. That got me through it a lot quicker. So there's that, and then BioShock Infinite Episode 2. I will say, first and foremost, I'm very glad you told me about the stealth stuff.
Yes.
I'm not really getting into it as much as I had hoped, because one of the things I hate, and it's part of why I never go back and replay games, is I hate getting all the way built up to start over from fucking zero.
Mm-hmm.
And even though it's a different character, side story, you get things a little bit quickly. It just, I don't know, there's a disconnect there. Maybe it's because I waited so long. I don't know, but I got, I think maybe I'm an hour into it, maybe.
It's not very long.
No, I feel like I've made some progress. What am I found the dude's restaurant, whatever the Chong or whatever the fuck his name is, and I think I'm searching him out right now, so that's where I'm at. So I don't know in terms of time how much is left, but it's still, I mean, it's fucking BioShock. It still looks amazing. It plays great. It's just, I don't know. When I want an expansion like that, I want to build off of the character I've already done. Now I know it's in the end it's going to be well fucking worth it, but it's making it a little bit more difficult to get through.
I find with that second expansion, I really had to rely on the go here arrow like every 2 seconds, because I had no idea where the hell to go to find, like, because the second part of that DLC had a lot of fetch quests too.
I'm all right. I'm glad I'm not the only one who felt that way, because I've been the same way. Like, I'll go around a corner, go somewhere, think I'm where I'm supposed to be. I'll hit the arrow, and it's like, no, asshole, you gotta turn around and go the other way. And I've never had to really do that in any of the BioShock games. Even part 2, which was kind of mundane in comparison to the first one, but yeah, and then never have I had to use that fucking arrow so much.
Mm-hmm.
So those are my game assignments. Nothing too exciting. I promise one day I'll just bring a shitload of stuff, and I'll be the only one talking for an hour. But until that day, that's why I got you fuckers around. So since we touched on Gauntlet, and Jack didn't have too much to really do this first time around, because he's still getting his toes wet in the Gamecast here, trying to make sure everything work out for everyone and everything.
So my game assignment was Little Tiny Tina's DLC for Borderlands 2.
Yes.
This is true.
Which I did not get to because Borderlands 2 is a massive fucking game, and I wanted to get my guy starting a character class. I did play a lot of Borderlands, so I did kind of do my homework. I just didn't get to the meat and potatoes of it. Started a Psycho, so with Krieg, the Psycho.
Nice.
Because I never played him before, and that's one of the good things about the Handsome Jack edition is you get all the DLC and all the character classes. So doing a little research online, I saw that once you get him leveled up to like level 60, 70, he's pretty much invulnerable to everything.
Yeah.
If you build him properly.
Actually, my playthrough right now for Borderlands, I'm playing Psycho. I'm like 17 or 18.
How do you like him? That's the level I'm at. I'm not like level 16 right now.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I think the last time I played, I was playing Gunzerker, so quite a bit different. But yeah, I was actually playing that last night. I was having a pretty good time. I like him. I definitely like the characters.
Yeah, because like you get a bit of like what all the different psychos over the course of the game can do in one character class.
Yeah. It's good. It's fun.
Oh, so like all the psychos you encounter throughout the game, you develop all their powers over the time?
Yeah, that's your skill tree.
Yeah.
Oh.
So you get like you can set them on fire. You can do this. You can do that. You can go on the Berserker Rampage where you just run and just hack and slash stuff. So that'll be interesting the more I get into that. So I played some Gauntlet. I really enjoyed that. I tried playing Dark Souls on your recommendation, Jack.
Ah, excellent.
First time ever.
Nice.
Did you break anything?
I died a lot.
Yeah.
Did you break anything in the process?
No, I quit the system a couple times. Like, fuck this shit.
Yeah, that happens. But you know what it is? It's like I said on the last fucking podcast. You do that too much, and the game beats you, and that's what they fucking want. You can't let them win.
It's those damn skeletons. You slash them, and they freaking just reappear. I'm like, where the fuck am I supposed to go?
Yeah. It's first of all, when you started the game, where did you go? Like, what direction did you go in?
I'm forward. Where?
Well, there are like 4 or 5 different branching pathways, and the only way you figure out that you're in the wrong place is if you like physically can't cross areas. You know what I mean? So there is like, it takes a while to figure that out too. I mean, this game is like the fucking. Actually, now that I'm explaining, I don't even know why the fuck I like these games. But
that big friggin' demon, it took me forever to figure out, oh, I should just strafe him and use, not use my shield and just try and maneuver around him.
Yeah, fuck shields. That's the one thing about these games that I'm actually, when I get to mine, I'll tell you about it, but I'm doing a playthrough of Dark Souls 1 again. I'm trying to do a no-shield playthrough, because shields are okay, but dodging and parrying is what the game's all about. That's if you can get good at that, then you can really have a lot of fun in PvP, because their shields are bullshit, basically.
Nice.
So there's actually PvP parts of that game?
Oh yeah, the PvP in Dark Souls is some of the best.
Really?
Yeah, because it just proves what I was talking about last week. You could fucking level all you want, but you got to learn how to play the game. You don't learn how to play the game, you're gonna fucking die. Like, that's it, you know.
And
do you level up like a typical RPG in that fashion, or how does it work?
There are different items that you collect from winning matches. There are different factions you can join, different covenants and stuff, and you get different bonuses based on who you're aligned with, who you kill, where you kill them sometimes, how you kill them sometimes. You can invade other players' games as they're playing. They can invade yours under certain conditions. So it adds like a real... To an already brutal game, it adds like a serious spontaneity in some areas, which is a lot of fun for me. But no, the PvP there is pretty fantastic.
Now, I'm playing the 360 version, and I really was kind of put off by the graphics. Is it just me, or...?
Yeah, so the graphics in Dark Souls, even on the PC, there's actually a patch that you have to download for it called DS Fix that fixes the graphics, because I guess somewhere along the line they got locked in at 1280 by 720, and I'm not sure why or how that is. I played the PS3 version, so I didn't have that problem, but I've heard that the Xbox version, and initially I saw it on the PC one before I downloaded the mod, just looks like fucking wet garbage.
Yeah, because I thought maybe I was getting spoiled by next-gen systems.
Yeah, no, I don't think that's the case. I think it's just the game.
Will that automatically download through Steam? Do you know?
Yeah. Well, I have it on Steam, so.
No, I mean that DS patch. Like, will that automatically, or do you have to still download that?
Because you got to download it separately.
Okay, because that is one of the things I noticed, but didn't really think nothing of, because I couldn't tell. I didn't know if it was a port from a console, if it was just that dated, and I just didn't realize how old the game was. But that makes sense, because I did feel it looked a little shitty.
Yeah, I mean, I looked on the forums right away, and I found that pretty much everybody said, look, this is a port. From Software openly said they didn't know what the fuck they were doing when they ported it. It's fucked up. Just download this thing. You have to have this mod in order to play it properly. And as soon as you download the mod, you realize how amazing looking the game is, because it fixes it, you know. But yeah, it's definitely essential if you're going to play it on PC.
Because that's like one of those games, like, I really want to sit down and get into it and just learn how to play the game.
Yeah.
And if, like, the PC is, like, the definitive version now that I got a PC that pretty much runs everything.
Yeah.
And the game's old enough, I could probably find it really cheap on a Steam sale, or it'll probably show up in a Humble Bundle soon. Yeah,
it's worth it, man. I mean, I look, if you like the play style, if you're intrigued by it, it's a great game. The lore is pretty cool, you know, especially in the second game. I mean, I love these fucking games. Like, these guys, whatever they make from here on out, if they keep with this same style, I'm gonna fucking play them, because there's just, again, I feel like I'm repeating myself from last week. There's just nothing like these fucking games. There just isn't, you know.
No, that's awesome, and it's good that there is someone out there who's bringing these games to that niche area, to that niche audience, because, you know, they're obviously being played, they're being enjoyed. They are for your more, I don't even want to say hardcore gamer, but, you know, that there is that psychopath like you who just wants to fucking take an ass reaming for 2 hours while they figure out how to go 15 minutes further in the game.
And I love and I hate at the same time, there is no fucking map screen.
Yeah. Well, but it's that, I'm telling you, it's that fucking euphoria that you get when you beat a boss. It's the fucking, there is nothing in any video game that matches that feeling at all.
Yeah, I think the closest I've probably come to experiencing that joy in another game was when I had beaten the veteran difficulty level for the first Advanced Warfare on the very last level. The what the fuck do they call it? VIP or the escape with the package or something like that.
Oh yeah.
He had to beat the fucking thing in under 45 seconds, and oh my god.
Yeah.
After literally 2 hours and being 1:45 in the morning, I almost woke my wife up screaming in exultation, but it was a silent scream.
Yeah.
There was lots of jumping and fist pumping, though, I can guarantee that.
You got to start the Daniel Bryan yes chant.
Yeah. So one day I think I might try and attempt those fuckers, but I don't know. I need a certain amount of satisfaction after a certain amount of time, and if I don't get it, I get angry. I get really fucking angry.
I would say, especially with the Dark Souls games, when you really get stuck somewhere, I'm not ashamed to admit this at all. There are certain areas where I looked up game guides for them because it's very difficult to figure out.
Is it one where it's almost recommended if you want to have not even so much a casual experience, but a normal experience?
No, I would say like some areas you need a little more guidance. I mean, you just do. Like, it depends on how many hours you want to pour into the game. You want to spend 100 hours on one playthrough, then don't fucking play with a game guide. You know what I mean? Like, just trying to figure out the path that's proper to go down will take you enough time.
But if you're going to throw that controller, then you need a game guide.
Yeah, I'd say so. For certain areas, not everywhere, but once you understand how the game is telling you to do things, though, then it becomes clearer where you're supposed to go, how you're supposed to do something, maybe something you're supposed to remember from a previous area, certain items, do certain things in certain places, shit like that. It's a lot of trial and error.
If using a game guide for just a soft reference, what's the shortest amount of time you think it could be beaten in?
Well, guys do speedruns of them, don't they?
Yeah, they do like fucking less than an hour.
Yeah, I saw like 35, 45-minute speed runs when I was looking up videos last time for the article. I was like, this is fucking insane. So I know it, like, I mean, we're talking like 20 hours, or are we talking more than that?
Well, no, it's probably somewhere in there. Because, again, it's like Bloodborne. Like, there's all of this, there's one main storyline, but in Bloodborne, there's probably like 8 bosses that are actually, you have to beat the game. But there's actually a total of like 25 different beasts to kill, in different places. So there's a lot that it kind of puts it in your hands and says, like, maybe you have to run through this area where a fucking hunter is, like, sniping you. Well, maybe you should come back later and fucking kill that guy, or you don't have to necessarily. So there's a lot of, like, player choice. You really kind of shape your own journey through the game, and Dark Souls are the same way. So, you get... It's like anything else. You get as much out of it as you put into it. So
it's very much your experience, because your experience is going to be different from every other person that's played that game.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
We got to figure a way to do a live stream while doing the Hangouts.
That could be done. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Because that way we can just chirp you for dying over and over.
There you go.
Have to drink a lot.
Yes.
You play anything else besides that Dark Souls there, or Borderlands?
I played a shit ton of Mortal Kombat today.
Excellent.
Did you?
Yes.
You were excited about that Mortal Kombat.
Oh,
now,
man.
Before we get into that, because it's possible that Jack also maybe got it. Did you get the bundle, or did you pass?
Oh, I totally fucking got the bundle.
Okay. All right. Well, then, before you guys get into some Mortal Kombat X, and I can go sit in the corner and take a nap. What else? What else did you play, Jack? Anything?
So, like I was telling you last week, this was my first week with a rig. So I decided to fucking jump into everything. Now, first order of business was Gauntlet. Did jump into Gauntlet. Played the first 3 levels with the wizard. Started getting a little frustrated because of the combos and shit.
Look at you going with the hardest character first. You are
the wizard's weird.
Fuck.
Yeah. So then I jumped back to the Warrior.
That's what I played as.
Yeah, Warrior was a lot of fun. I got through like 2 levels as the Warrior. And then I pretty much said fuck you to Gauntlet because of everything else I had on Steam just available to me for the first time. So I did some of my homework, but I mostly dabbled in a little bit of everything. I did a little Torchlight 2. I jumped into
I love me some
Terraria.
Torchlight.
Torchlight's awesome.
Yeah, a lot of fun. I jumped into Terraria for the first time and Starbound.
How was Terraria? I never really got into that.
Terraria was okay. Starbound I liked better. So okay. I put it this way. This week was a lot of let me touch on a little bit of everything, you know. So
see, those are dangerous weeks for me because when that shit happens, that's how games like fucking Dragon Age 3 get put aside.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking jumped back into Path of Exile for the first time in probably a year. I grabbed Pillars of Eternity because I found it for $15. That was pretty good, but that definitely needs my full attention, so I'm gonna wait on that for a little while.
Where the fuck did you find that for $15, and why weren't we notified?
Well, I have an anonymous video game guy who tells me these things, and I'll be able to provide you gentlemen with his phone number.
All right.
We got what else? Shadow of Mordor. Got a little farther in that.
Awesome game.
Fucking Just Cause 2 still looks and plays amazingly.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking Hotline Miami I was into for a little bit. A little GTA 4. A lot of GTA 5.
Yeah, that just came out for PC this week.
Yes. Fucking jumped into Skyrim to look at what the graphics look like on a proper fucking machine.
Have you downloaded the HD patch for that? Because that's one good thing about Skyrim on Steam is there's so many of these HD mods.
Yep.
That will make it look really gorgeous.
Yeah, I haven't. You know what it is? This week was just like, let me look at this, let me look at this, let me look at this. So I haven't dove into it yet, but when I do, I will. Yeah, and Dark Souls. I jumped back into Dark Souls, fucking loving that again. Much easier the second time through also when you know how to do shit. But Borderlands 2, as mentioned before. Then I jumped fucking Arkham Asylum for a little bit. And I closed it out with... I actually didn't play them, but I picked up the Bioshock trilogy for like $8. So
nice.
So yeah.
Yeah. Now what you're gonna have to worry about is in a few weeks, a few very short weeks, I feel. Yeah. Steam will be having one of those sales.
Yes.
And I feel that there may be some shit out there that I forgot about that they're going to make really, really low in price.
Yeah.
We should have a competition on who can spend the least amount of money and get the most out of it.
That's actually a great fucking idea.
That could be brutal because I'm I'm not working at the moment.
Well, then you would have to win. Like that is.
Yes.
And if you lost, then that just sucks more.
Yeah.
No, that, yeah.
I did bite on that new Humble Bundle that dropped today, the second Origin one.
Yeah, I saw that. I've been thinking about it.
I didn't even see it yet.
It's pretty sweet.
I haven't had a chance to look at my, the weekly bundle?
No, it's the regular bundle. Specifically because I had Mass Effect 2 and Dragon Age 2 in it.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
Ooh. For $4.59 as of this very moment, Dragon Age Origins, Peggle, Dead Space 2, Medal of Honor Allied Assault War Chest, Command & Conquer Generals, plus a 0 hour item, Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare, Dragon Age 2, Bejeweled 3, Mass Effect 2, and more games coming soon. If I didn't own pretty much all of those, that would be amazing.
I already had the
Dead
Dragon
Space
Age
2 for a while.
But that was almost a no-brainer because I like the fact that they give you the Steam codes and they appear on Origin as well.
Yeah, that's nice.
Not everything's on Steam, but
yeah, but still, I mean,
is fucking Dragon Age? Do they give you the Steam code for that?
I believe so.
Nice.
For the first one, but the second one is on Origin.
Yeah.
Well, let's.
Actually, before we get into anything else, I just remembered. The other thing I was playing was I downloaded the Ultimate Warrior DLC for WWE 2K15.
Nice.
We can recreate the rise of the Ultimate Warrior.
Nice. How's that working out for you?
It was a lot of fun because you're playing all the big matches, like him versus Honky Tonk Man when he wins the Intercontinental, and SummerSlam, him versus Hogan, WrestleMania 6. And I like how they did it too because they take the actual audio from the matches. So him versus Rick Rude in the cage match, they actually had Rick Rude doing the whole, what I'd like for you right now is for all you inner city sweat hogs, to shut up while I take my robe off.
Oh, that's awesome.
And Bobby Heenan standing behind him, so that was well done.
Very nice, very nice. Well, boys, it's time for your thoughts on what is probably one of the most highly anticipated games of the year, at least thus far, in Mortal Kombat X.
Hit the techno music, we gotta talk Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat! Alright, that's all you get.
So I bought it digitally. Did you buy the physical copy or the digital copy?
I bought it digitally for $24.
Wow. For PC or for PS3?
PC.
Or
PC,
PS4?
Steam.
Yeah. How does it run on PC? Because I was tempted to buy it on PC, but I looked at the specs, and I want it to run silky smooth, so that's why I bought it on the PS4.
Well, let me take you through my experience with Mortal Kombat today, because it was partly what everybody was bitching about, partly okay. Basically, I wake up this morning, find out that I had a canceled class, so I had a little bit of time to myself. So, boot up the computer, my code has come in for Mortal Kombat, let's download it. Download it. It's 3 gigabytes. I'm thinking to myself, is something fucked up here? That seems wrong.
That's a 33 gig download game, yeah.
Right. So it turns out it is not wrong. It's part of a new unloading that Steam tried with this game. Failed miserably for most people. What they did was they decided to pack the most important content of the game right up front so that you could download the first 3 gigs, boot the game, and in the background, the other 27 pieces of the download stream download while you're playing. Turns out this did not work for anybody, myself included at first. Once I figured out what was going on, which took some searching on the forums to know that that was the problem, I had to wait another hour and a half before it was even playable.
Wow.
And like I said, it was about 27 different individual update files. So it was really weird. It was frustrating at first because I thought that maybe it was my computer that was fucked because it kept getting to the main menu and getting the single player, go to choose your match, and then as soon as you got to the character screen, it would just cancel out. But I did manage to get in and play a couple rounds. Not too much. I was planning on playing some tonight. But it looked fucking great. I mean, I played as Kenshi. Played against I don't even know what the fuck. It was like a bug woman or something.
Oh, yeah, she's one of the cool new characters.
Yeah. Good shit. The environment looked really cool. It seemed to be running pretty smooth. Definitely a huge graphical improvement over the last one.
This is definitely one of the best Mortal Kombats of all time.
Yeah, not that the last one was bad either. That was a great game, but yeah, this just looks fucking great. And it plays really well. I'm pretty pleased with it so far, but I think you've probably played a lot more than I have.
Oh, yeah, because I bought it for PS4, so it was already all pre-installed on my hard drive. So at 12:01 last night, it just activated, and
yep.
I played till like 2 o'clock in the morning.
Nice.
Beat the arcade mode as Goro. Goro handles awesome.
Nice.
The fatalities are some of the most fucked up I've ever seen. They are kind of actually literally disturbing.
That's awesome. I saw the Kenshi one where he cuts Goro's face off, but vertically or something. It's like he shaves it off like he's cutting a tomato.
Oh yeah.
Nuts.
Jax's is pretty good too. He just grabs your arms and shoves them right into you, so you almost look like a T-Rex. He rips the top of your head open and then puts a cigar out on your tongue, while the top of your head, back of your head's flipping open. So it's pretty fucked up when you fight your daughter and you kill your daughter like that.
Yeah. I'd imagine.
I'm approximately halfway through the story mode. They say the story mode's a little bit shorter than compared to the last games.
Yeah.
but as they've been called the Combat Kids, the next generation of Mortal Kombat characters of Johnny Cage and Sonya's daughter, Kung Lao's cousin,
Yeah.
Kenshi's son. What was that?
I don't know.
And who else? You guys getting that beep?
No beep.
I'm getting a really big beep on. That's weird.
Really? Huh. Odd.
And so they handle pretty cool. The character designs are pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Storyline is pretty much typical of Mortal Kombat: Outworld versus the Earth and the Netherrealm. Shinnok's the big bad. Game takes place 20 years after the last Mortal Kombat.
Okay.
So Johnny Cage, Liu Kang, they're all a little bit older.
Okay. Now I heard something, and obviously I haven't played any of the story mode yet, but my brother mentioned that like Liu Kang might be a bad guy now or something.
Yeah, because through the events of the last game, because it pretty much picks up where that one leaves off. Like Liu Kang, Kung Lao, Jax, and they all die. Then Quan Chi basically takes the resurrects them to serve them. So.
So now, the way that they've handled the story now, because I haven't been in really much into Mortal Kombat since Mortal Kombat 3.
Yeah.
I know that they started to introduce an actual story. How exactly have they handled that? And obviously, you guys just said that these two are pretty much connected. How far back does the story go? Like, do you have to go all the way back to when they first started this?
Nope,
or
just the last one, 9.
Okay.
Yeah,
because what they did with the last one, they essentially Star Trek'd it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically, there's one point where the timeline just kind of changes, and then they go with it. So everything that happened kind of happened, but this is kind of like a different timeline.
Yeah.
Huh. And then so the story, the kind of real story, that started with 4 or 5 in Mortal Kombat. Like where they added all the cinematics and shit, like all that stuff.
Like around, the first time I remember there being like palatable story in Mortal Kombat was probably around
4,
somewhere in that game. I just remember the first one where I noticed that there was like more to it. It was like Deadly Alliance.
Yeah.
Right around that time. I don't know if there was a game before that started putting like an actual plot to the forefront of it.
But with the last one, they really started with their story mode is a real story with cinemas, and the way it really weaves with different characters. Okay, you're gonna control Johnny Cage versus Reptile, and then next fight you'll be Scorpion versus this guy, and it's all seamless.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that way, by doing the story mode, you get to know each of the characters and how they control.
Nice.
Okay.
Which
so
was
yeah.
the last one too, right?
So when Steam has it Mortal Kombat 9 for like $2 in a few weeks, I should probably grab it. Then is what you're saying.
Yeah, that's why I said I sent you that link to that bundle stars because you got both of them for $40.
Huh.
We're gonna have an off-air chat. I may be able to help you gentlemen with that.
All right.
9 is definitely worth playing just for the story mode.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Characters are great.
And see, I liked which one? One of the first free ones for 360 when they were doing the games for gold was it? It might have been no. It was the Mortal Kombat versus DC.
Yeah.
That actually really interested me, playing both sides, and kind of as much as there really wasn't a story, it still kept me more into the game than had it been your standard fighter.
That's exactly what it's like. That's the best way to announce, because that's when NetherRealm as a studio started taking that premise for their story mode.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's interesting. And it's overall story mode's probably going to take what, like a couple hours?
6 hours.
6 hours? Yeah. All right. See, that's something I can do. That's something I can take a nice little weekend and just sit there and drink some drinks, smoke some smokes, and eat some food, and just veg out 6 hours of Mortal Kombat.
The other thing I really like that they've done with these games is the fatality trainer mode.
Oh.
Yeah.
They're no longer hidden on you, and you have to search for how to do that.
Nope. So there's like a mode where basically all you do is basically it says finish him and gives you an unlimited timer and it tells you exactly what the controls are so you can hit your fatalities.
That is awesome.
And also when you're actually fighting in this one, you can actually pause it when it says finish him, check your fatality, unpause, and then hit it.
No shit.
Yeah.
That is amazing. Because that's another thing that always kept me away from is because I never, took the time to learn every character's moves because I just never played them enough. And
some of them are really hard.
And some of them are really hard. And usually the really awesome ones. So I would want to do exactly that. I would want to pause it and go look real quick and then come back. But that's awesome that you can do that now.
Now, the one thing I got to give them a little bit of shit about, with the new one, there is one-button fatalities.
Yeah, that's kind of bullshit.
So, basically, it's easy mode for fatalities, so they'll give you like 4 of them when you start the game. So when it says finish him, you just squeeze the right trigger, hit like the triangle or the square, and it'll do the fatality. But when you run out, you got to earn them in the crypt, or you can physically buy them with real money. So it's $1 for 5.
Bullshit. I don't like it.
All
right. I don't like it, but I think it is the perfect way to try and obtain fucking microtransactions without really. I mean, how hard are the crypts?
Well, it's just they cost money. So basically, it's the money you earn with. By doing anything in this game, whether fighting matches, doing career mode. The crypts are huge. So there's hundreds of things where you can unlock alternate outfits, more fatalities, more brutalities, a lot of different shit.
Okay, but so what do you make for average in a match?
Well, it depends if you hit a fatality, depends, because here's the other thing they've kind of added, which makes it really interesting, is the faction warfare aspect of it.
See, now you're just turning me off of the game with all the new shit that they fucking added. And I just want to fight things and watch a movie. Like that's really all I want to do.
Well, this is really kind of cool because everything you do matters. You're actually doing something. So every time you fight one of the towers, because there's 5 different classes, one for each of the bad guys. So you got like the good monks, you got the bad monks, you got the military, you got the crime people. So you choose your faction. So everything you do. Earns your faction experience. So the more you level up in your faction, it unlocks like little things on your title, like your little logo title screen, like your nameplate, and those will give you buffs for more experience or more money you earn. And there's hundreds of those to unlock.
See, this is why I will only pay like $10 for that game.
Yeah.
Because I will never have the time to do any of that shit because that's the kind of shit that is why I don't buy many games on day of release because I'm not going to put in that much time, so I don't think that is worth the full fucking package.
You don't even have to do it. It just accumulates automatically. That like the little things like there's faction exclusive fatalities.
Right, but like by faction, do you mean like other people you're playing with or just you and your team?
You and your team, like you don't even have to communicate with them. Like basically, it's cumulative experience. So each week, whoever like faction is in the lead, they get an exclusive fatality, or they get bonuses, or things like that. And you can change it any time. But if you change faction, you start over.
Helldivers does that. You have the same sort of setup, like different faction at the end of the week. When the war is won or whatever. Whoever fucking wins gets extra experience points, and I think maybe some weapon mods or something like that.
Yeah. All right, so I'm going to ask this question, and it's because I honestly have no fucking idea any rules of the game at all. But is this like a Clash of Clans fucking aspect of the game?
Not really.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know, Batch. You probably know better than I do. But.
They're just kind of basically giving you a metagame.
Yeah.
To something just to enhance it, because there's some guys that do like playing online. There's some guys that like I'm not a big online guy because I hate getting my ass kicked in 5 seconds. But I am more inclined to play a little bit of the online because it does have a little bit of care on the stick that I do see like things that will enhance my gameplay. It gives me a reason to go back into it.
Oh, interesting. Maybe. Well, when it drops, like I said, it'll be a cheap one for me, or a gift, one of the two.
Mm.
Till I pick that one up.
And I want to play as Jason, damn it, because I'm curious to see how he controls.
Now, do you have to unlock him, or I'm guessing in the crypt
He's
time?
part of the season's pass, so you have to spend that $30 or whatever. I bought the deluxe edition, so I get all those characters whenever they come out.
Now that aspect of it is a little frustrating to me because I'm pretty sure, again, maybe you know better than I do, but isn't there no way to unlock him in Predator other than paying for it?
No, those are characters you physically have to buy. There's 4 characters.
There
It's like
should
last year.
be
It's like
some
last
way
year
to-
when they did like Kenshi that way, Freddy Krueger that way. Eventually, those will all be included in the Game of the Year edition.
Yeah, but I don't know. I just fucking I
See, like-
I hate that shit.
They should that's the type of shit like for in Old Republic, for example. There are certain characters that you could purchase, or if you do like a whole bunch of shit, you can unlock them, or pay like 1 million credits within the game. Like that, as long as they're still obtainable and reasonably obtainable in a game, I'm okay with that. But they should be a bonus to the DLC. If you buy the season pass, they're automatically unlocked. You don't have to go through the trials or whatever, or accumulate $500,000 or whatever.
Yeah,
but the fact that you have to pay for characters, to me, is just it's bullshit.
Yeah, I don't like it. That's the. I don't know. It
I
just
want
seems
story
like such
for
nickel
my-
and diming.
Yes, I want story for my fucking money, not add-ons.
Yeah.
But people are paying for them, so they're gonna still do it.
I'm curious to see what Jason's ending is going to be.
Yeah. Just walking into a lake,
His mother will come up and kill him.
probably.
Now, have they announced when those characters drop?
Not yet. Hopefully soon. They'll probably drop them like most fighting games, like one at a time, like one every few months.
And how many are you? So, what exactly do you get with the deluxe edition that you purchased?
You get all 4 characters. You get some more skins. The Samurai Pack is already available now, so basically that's just alternate outfits for some of the characters. I think you get an alternate Scorpion. You get an alternate Sub-Zero.
Nice.
So the thing I kind of like too, because when you choose your characters, there's 3 different ways. I don't know if you noticed it. Basically, ways to play them, and each one will have different special attacks.
Yeah. Yeah. I played Kenshi with. It's like he was summoning demons all the time, like like floating, I don't know, ghosts or something with scythes. It's pretty cool though. I liked it.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, basically taking the character, just for an example's sake, your main character, but then you can give him like paladin abilities or hunter abilities or like warrior abilities, type like that kind of styling.
In sense, yeah, kind of.
Kinda, yeah. So like classic Sub-Zero, like with the or modern Sub-Zero with the sword, or kind of like that.
Oh, okay, I got what you're saying. That makes sense. Well, it sounds like you're enjoying the fuck out of that game.
Oh yeah.
How many hours do you think you put into it before you get distracted with something new?
Well, I'm probably gonna beat story mode and try and get as many of the endings as I can.
Now, you have to play through with each character to do that? Or is there a way to, kind of get towards the end and then switch the character that's there? Or does it just follow such a completely different path that it can't do that?
Well, it's like your story mode. You'll play as all the quick characters over the course of the game.
Right, but how do you get the different endings then?
That would be like your classic tower mode. So basically, a classic tower, you fight 10 guys, fight Shinnok, and then it'll give you a little ending.
Oh, okay, so you're talking just that, not the story mode.
Yeah, so there's like two different types of endings. Yeah.
So is there, for story mode, is there just... So you said there's 2?
Well, yeah, so it's like any fighting game where it's not a full CG ending, but it's almost like the stock animation with the voiceover.
So it's like the DC Universe and that...
Yeah, that kind of thing.
Okay, alright, gotcha. Yeah, I don't know. That, we'll see eventually. I'll just have to take you with me.
Definitely start with 9. I think 9 would be a good way in for you.
I will. I'll add it to my wish list. So if anybody's listening and they want to purchase me anything, just go to Steam, find me, and you can buy it for me. In the meantime, I did just see something that caught my attention. They announced a new Guitar Hero game today.
Yes.
Yeah, did you see the trailer?
I have not seen the trailer yet.
Trailer's interesting.
Full motion video games are back.
Yeah.
I am going. Really?
Yeah. It's apparently it's all just it's like a motion movie, and the more you fuck up the song, the more pissed the audience gets and everything. But it's like, you know, it's real people.
How does that work?
I don't know. I don't know how that's ever going to be smooth, but they must know what they're doing. So
I think I'll stick with Rock Band.
yeah.
Yeah, I loved the fuck out of all of those for a good, 2 years. I mean, I had pretty much every Guitar Hero game. I had both Rock Bands. I had the AC/DC Rock Band.
Yep.
The fucking Beatles Rock Band.
Yeah.
All about that shit.
Yep, same here. I had it all.
I feel like this is a game like most remakes that are trying to get back to a younger audience. Because I don't know. I'm sure it's fun as fuck, but I don't have the time to sit with a group of friends like I did.
Yeah.
On a fucking Saturday night, drinking a shit ton of beers, to do this.
Well, it's funny because that game was all of those games, Rock Band, Guitar Hero. They were all amazing for that reason. Get a bunch of people in a room, play something, have a good time. Like we always used to play the Who pack, like fucking Sea and Sand and Bob O'Reilly. That was always it. And we're all U2 fans, so that was a big deal. And I remember like my fucking crowning achievement in Rock Band was being able to play Bad Reputation on Expert on the drums. That was like the best shit.
Wow.
But I just don't fucking like I play guitar. Real guitar, so at a certain point the real instrument just kind of overtook the fake one, and I'll still play them and they're still fun, but I don't know, it would take a lot for me to spring for an entirely new Rock Band setup in a new Rock Band game.
Well, at least Harmonix has gone on record saying that all your old DLC that you have bought will carry over.
Yeah, my only problem is it was all on Xbox, and now I'm on
exactly.
PlayStation.
Same here.
So it's like, fuck that, But yeah, I don't know. Those games very much represent like a time and a place for me,
Exactly.
That time is kind of past. So.
What they should do is they should offer it as a subscription service.
Yeah, it also pisses me off immensely that like every other fucking Vince Vaughn movie has a scene where he's just standing there playing Guitar Hero like he's trying to be fucking cool. That also fucking spoils it. So
I'm sitting here watching a trailer right now, and that actually brings me to something I've been thinking about recently, especially with how unbelievable graphics have become in gaming. Do you want to play video games where they look 100% cinematic, movie quality, realistic, like to the nines, or do you need that hint of fantasy, cartoon, whatever you want to call it, to get the most enjoyment out of it? Well, where do you want it to ultimately get? Well,
after playing gory Mortal Kombat today, I need that cartoon.
It's tough, man, because I would have said that I'd love it to look real, but after playing GTA 5 in first person,
yeah,
I don't know if that would be a great thing.
No.
I don't know. I feel like it's got to be a little bit hokey, because there's something weird about that fucking trailer that, like, I could see what they were doing about halfway through, but it was, I don't know, it's just fucking, there's something very douche chilly about everybody in that fucking trailer.
Felt like fucking Sega Genesis Night Trap.
Oh, wow. No, but you're right. There is something about, and especially if those band characters don't change. I mean, if those guys suck, like if the director, those actors, whoever they got, if that's your band that you rise up through the ranks with the entire fucking, story mode, that could be just horrible.
That would be devastating.
Well, and what happens in the event that you're playing with multiple people?
Well, that was half the fun with Rock Band and Guitar Hero was the customization of making your dude.
See, the only thing that trailer said to me before the titles come up at the end of it was that I thought what they were hinting at was that you would be playing in like a open digital forum where, let's say, like, and maybe this is the format, I don't know, but let's say you're playing online, right? Well, you and 4 other people, you play a Battle of the Bands online, and you play against like 8 other bands or something. So maybe like you play your set, and then you watch everybody else play their set, and everybody votes on them or something.
That'd be cool.
I kind of thought that's what that trailer was gearing towards, but then it was just like, oh, real life shit. I don't know. I don't know.
That's not what I wanted on my music games.
Kind of, yeah.
No, not at all. Not at all. God, I'm just looking at all sorts of shit now that we're way past the news that we talked about earlier. Fucking Star Wars Battlefront has been confirmed that it'll be playable first on Xbox One with EA Access. So, fucking to all you fuckers. That's all I got for that one.
Great. Good for you. Excellent.
You're jealous, you know it. If it ever comes out is what we really got to fucking think about, though.
Yeah.
Evidently, The Witcher 2 is going to be like 200 hours. Or Witcher 3 is going to be like 200 hours.
Jeez, yeah, that one, when that comes out, everything will go radio silent for a fucking
That's the next one, yeah.
Why, speaking of things coming out, let's get to that. This week pretty much looks like it's just Mortal Kombat all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe some little downloadable stuff for this and that. Deals with gold for us Xbox members. Some pretty nice deals, if I do say so myself. The Metro series is 50% off. Metro Redux bundle, or Redo bundle, however you want to say it, it's 25. Then Metro Last Light 15, and Metro 2033 is 15. NHL 15 is half off, which usually happens around playoff time. So that, and Evil Within is also half off at $30. Evil Within, I think I'm done with. I got about 2 or 3 chapters in, and I don't think I care enough to even remotely try going back to it. I've played it before in many other games. There's just not enough early on to make me give a fuck at all.
That would probably be a game I would play on PC and cheat my way through it.
That's not a bad idea. Maybe I do that.
Just turn on God mode and just...
Not a bad idea.
Like a read at the end.
And they still have this month's free games for Xbox One are Child of Light, Pool Nation FX, and Rayman Legends. So 3 fucking games this month.
Have you played that pool game yet? It's not bad.
No, it's not. I played it. I had it for. I got it on Steam actually, either in a bundle or it was cheap as hell. Yeah, it's pretty good. I used to play way back in the day. There was a billiards game. God, I can't think of the name of it now. I'm gonna have to fucking look it up. But it actually guaranteed, maybe it was virtual pool, maybe, but it guaranteed you better results in your actual pool game. And like the physics and everything was that good. Because I used to shoot a lot of pool back in the day, and when I was playing that game, my game at the pool hall was actually significantly better. So I get that feel with this Pool Nation game where they did put their heart and soul into the physics because it fucking matters.
I think the last pool game I played was on Yahoo.
Wow. Speaking of Yahoo, anybody want to do some euchre later? You got the Sony sales up there, Batch?
Not offhand, no.
Well, then you're a useless piece of shit.
Yeah, pretty much. That's why I was in the finals.
But you lost. It doesn't matter if you lost, okay?
It's a work, brother. It's as long as the cup came to Canada, man.
Cupcake, he's just a better loser than you are. That's all it is.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know if that makes him any better than me, but whatever.
So what's on tap for this next 2 weeks? What's our game assignments?
What are our game assignments? You know what I think we're going to do? I think because it's a little bit of a lull, springtime, so things will be picking up, so it'll be a lot less indoor time, at least I hope, for some of us.
Yeah.
I think the next one will be a commentary.
Yeah, we're going to do the Street Fighter commentary.
We're going to do Street Fighter commentary.
Excellent.
So we'll have to find some time here to record that. and I don't know that would work for me at the normal time that we record. So we'll have to pick a better time for that, and we'll have that for them in 2 weeks. Anything else you guys want to discuss before we wrap shit up here?
No, nothing in particular. I think we pretty much covered everything.
All right.
At least in my gaming week. So.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah. Well, fucking A. Then, if you guys want to drop us a line, you can Twitter us at BingeGamecast. BingeGamecast@gmail.com. Oh, fuck, I probably should have checked to see if we had anything to do. Some tweets or emails, huh? Well, you guys talk amongst yourselves while I pull this up real quick.
Blah, blah, blah. Let me see.
Question of the week, what's your favorite Mortal Kombat character and why? There you go.
Oh. Well, I'll be honest with you, it's definitely not Scorpion. I have a grudge with Scorpion. I hate the fact that every fucking game, it's all about Scorpion. I know he's great. He's a great character. His fucking moves are cool. Not a Scorpion guy.
Not so much in this one.
Yeah. Fair enough. I gotta go. Fuck. I probably gotta go Liu Kang. It was always vanilla in the old games, but you know what? There's something fucking real cool and like really fucking pure about the martial arts with the fucking fire effects and the bicycle kick. Just the whole package was always really cool with Liu Kang, so I think I would go Liu Kang.
The Ryu of Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
Nice. We got no new fucking tweets or emails, so apparently people don't like us that much anymore. Or we have nothing important to talk about, which could be both.
That's that.
But if they do want to drop us a line, such as who their favorite fucking Mortal Kombat or least favorite Mortal Kombat characters are, they can do so at BingeGamecast@gmail.com. BingeGamecast on Twitter. You can even leave us a voicemail. Maybe I'll translate it in a very incredibly fucked up state at 708-406-9546. And until next time, we will talk to you people later.
Peace.
See ya.